So, you've been looking at weapons, and you don't exactly know which weapon you want to use. Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about all the different weapons in order, or at least in my order. Now, in today's video, we are only going to be focusing on one weapon, which is the r301. Now, of course, in this video, I may not be using the r301 that much, but you will at least see me talk about the r301 and all of the qualities to either make it a weapon worth you picking up, or maybe not a weapon that you'll pick up at all. But with that being said, let's go ahead and roll the intro, shall we, and get started with talking about this r301 and, you know, if you should pick this weapon up or not. But let's roll the intro. Hello everybody, FAI here, or I here, and welcome back to another FAI tips and tricks video. And in today's tips and tricks video, we will be talking about the r301, which is of course the one of the first assault rifles or AR weapons that we will be talking about in Apex Legends. So what is the r301? Well, the r301, of course, as you all may or may not know, is a fully automatic AR or assault rifle weapon. With that having been said, it is a pretty decent weapon overall when it comes to the power capability that it has. Now, it's obviously not the absolute perfect weapon. It's not a weapon that I would say is perfect when it comes down to you know, ARs in general, but you know, it's a decent enough weapon and it's easy enough to use. So what does the AR capability have? Well, it has the capability to be full auto and single fire. With its full auto capability, it will give you a decent amount of firepower and a decent amount of DPS, while also still giving you a decent amount of capability when it comes to being a fully auto weapon. At its single fire mode, it is a very, very good single fire weapon. Very, very accurate and very, very decent when it comes to its damage numbers and its fire rate. And of course, when should you use these modes? When should you flip these modes? Well, it all depends. To be honest with you, ARs are kind of those weapons where you can use them at long range, but you can also use them at close range. So, you know, you have to kind of delicately work the balance between the two, you know, modes. Now, when it comes down to it, I would use full auto when you're at medium to short range enemies, or just when you're within a range that would still be able to, you know, compensate for the lag of or for the recoil of the weapon. When it comes down to of course the single fire, I would suggest the single fire when you're unsure if you can hit the person, or if you're just not sure or if you just think that they are too far away and you really have to ADS them. But overall, I mean, it's a very, very easy weapon to pick up. It's very easy to use. You're not going to find it to be too harsh on the recoil. You're not going to find it too harsh to be, you know, one of those weapons where, you know, you're going to be able to utilize or just have a easier, you know, matchup with them. It's going to be a weapon that is not very difficult to really utilize when it comes to ARs in general. It's one of the most basic ARs, and it's probably one of the easiest weapons to pick up right off the bat. Plus, I mean, when it comes down to ammo in general, because it is light ammo incorporated, because it does have light ammo, it's very, very easy to just pick up the light ammo and run, you know. So, its damage numbers, I mean, obviously, I'm going to leave you to capability, the damage numbers yourself. I'm not going to put an overview of the damage numbers. This is just a small overview of the R301 in general, which, of course, just includes the basics of the weapon, the basics of the item, and just the overall basics. Like I said, the R301 is a very universal weapon when it comes down to ARs. You can use it at long range, or you can use it at close to short range. It's very, very fire rate capable. It has a very good DPS when it needs to be good at DPS, and of course, it has a very capable, range array, if you will. This doesn't mean that, of course, it's going to be perfect entirely, but you will at least have some capability with it. But with that being said, I mean, it's also just like I've said before, it's very capable to doing long to medium range, and it's just an overall decent enough weapon with its damage numbers and its fire rate. It doesn't have a very big recoil. And of course, you can recoil control it very, very easily. It's one of the most easiest beginner weapons in the AR capability that I would suggest overall. Now, does this mean that you will find better ARs? Absolutely. There are always better ARs out there, but these were just my basic, my basic capabilities, my basic, thoughts on the AR in general. And because these were my basic thoughts on the AR in general, obviously, it means that, they are just some basic numbers. Like I said, the R301 doesn't have a big spread. It doesn't have like a huge, a huge numbers difference on damage. It won't do what you're expecting it to do when it comes to just in general, big like details, big, whatever you want to call it, numbers or whatever. That's just something that overall you're going to find out in general. And that's just something that overall you have to just kind of come to an understanding that some of this also comes to game sense. I mean, you have to know when you should single fire a weapon and when you should AR or fully burst fire a weapon. When it comes down to it, I mean, obviously, you've got to have some sort of game sense. You've got to have some sort of understanding of what's going on, and, you have to have a bit of a, do whatever you can to make it a possibility. But, like I said, these are just quick tips about the, in general, AR. These are just quick tips of the, the R301. Obviously, I would say figure it out for yourself and see if the AR is something worth you getting. But, I mean, obviously, it may not be worth you getting because, let's face it, it's just an R301. It's not a big weapon that you could utilize. It's not something that, you may find being perfect for you. But, the R301, like I said, it's the most basic AR to use. It's really decent. And if you want more details, I will try and make a more detailed video, but this was just an overview of the R301 in general. With that having been said, though, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Somewhere in this video, I probably plugged in, of course, a plug for my Twitch channel as well as my YouTube channel. If you want to check out those live on Twitch or YouTube, please do consider checking them out live on Twitch or YouTube. My Twitch channel is www.twitch.tv/FA_EYE or I. If we can get this video to 10 likes, that'd be awesome. I would love to see us try to get this video up to 10 likes. And if you do enjoy this video, you want to see more or some Fortnite content and stuff, as I am going to be coming up with some Fortnite content, please do consider checking that out. But, please do consider checking me out at Twitch on twitch.tv/live at FA_EYE or I. I'm live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for sure at 8 p.m. Usually, that is Pacific time, not, so if you're living outside the Pacific time zone, then, figure it out based on what I just stated. Usually we're live for about 3 hours for now, but I will be adding more hours as we grow our channel and as we get bigger. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. And until the next one, everybody, this is FAIRI signing out and saying farewell, everyone.